on that, Raider Nation? It's your boy Dub Raider. Welcome to another episode of the Raider Nation Roll Call. You see who's here with me. He doesn't need any introduction, but for those that don't know him, this is Lorenzo, aka the Smooth Operator from the Raider Crusaders. Lorenzo, what's up, brother?
What's up?
You know, we are here to talk about the start of the Raider Nation season, and that always starts with your event, the 12th annual, am I correct? 12th annual this year, Raider Nation Summer Kickoff. How you doing,
I'm good,
my brother?
I'm good. Hanging in there, man. It's a lot of stuff going on, getting ready for the upcoming event. We got a lot of fun stuff to get to this year. But I appreciate you having me on once again to, get the word out and let people know what to expect, how to get tickets, and just invite everyone to come out and have a good time with Raider Nation once again.
Oh, of course, man. This event has become a staple within the Raider Nation, at least here in California, Nevada, and the surrounding states. Everybody likes to come through. It is a great time. You bring a really good vibe to help us start the season off right, because our seasons haven't been good as far as the team, and there's always something that's required to kickstart the Raider Nation to say, okay, we're going to go 100% again like we do every year. And, the summer kickoff is where it's at. So again, this year, summer kickoff, 12th year, man. I can't believe it. It's 12 years of entertaining the Raider Nation. How do you feel about that, man? Knowing that you basically have a preteen as an event.
Yeah, going to high school, graduating junior high, going to high school now. Right? Yeah, I mean, when you put it that way, I didn't really think of that. My youngest child is going to be 23 now, so I guess it is kind of like raising another child. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work, and I'm pretty proud of it. I'm pretty proud. If it is like another child, then I'm pretty proud of this kid right here, because it's grown. It's grown from conception, and I put a lot of work and effort into trying to make it the best possible, right? And over the years, we've had obstacles, we've had learning experiences, we've had different events at different locations, different activities. We try different things every year. This event, I always emphasize that I always want to keep this event evolving and try different things every year, different venues, different activities, different special guests, different performances. If we do have the same performers, which are very popular within the Raider Nation, people love to see these guys come back. So, we welcome that, returning performances and returning special guests, but we encourage them to, work on new music, bring something different, a different experience to the fans. That way we're not doing the same thing repetitively over and over, right? We don't want it to become redundant. We always wanted to keep it fun and exciting and evolving. And I'm pretty proud that we've been able to do that. I sit here and just kind of brainstorm. Even in my spare time, I'll be watching the Dodger game, and I'm over here in Raider Nation world, like, oh, you know what, we can do this. Just totally out of the blue. And then I'll jot that down and then kind of go over it in my head and see if it works. And if it does, or I think it will, then we'll give it a shot. And sometimes it's hit and miss, but it's all up to the fans. It's all up to Raider Nation. And I gauge the response. And if it's something that I want to continue or even work on a little bit more to make it a better experience next time, then I will. But if it falls a little, a little lackluster, then okay, we tried it. It was fun, and we'll do something different next year. So, that's a big part of the planning behind this event, and has been from the very beginning. And I'm happy to say that the Raider Nation, Raider fans have responded well every year, and I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah, man. I had heard of your event many years before even going. For me, Bakersfield was on the other side of the world, because it's kind of like, wow, Bakersfield, that's way over there. But once I attended, it was home. I had prior, honestly, man, I'm not going to lie to you, prior to the summer kickoff, I had only driven by Bakersfield, never actually even stopped, but just getting there and experiencing your event, it was like being at home. It was like being at a Raider tailgate. It was so much fun. And this is going to be my third consecutive year going, and now I don't miss them for the world, because it's a lot of fun. And what makes it fun, obviously, is the blood, sweat, and tears that you put behind this event, but also what is incorporated. You have music, DJs, live performances, you have vendors, you have food, you have drinks, you have other forms of entertainment. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to dissect everything that's going to take place in this event so the Raider Nation knows not to miss it, because it's definitely going to be an amazing event for the Raider Nation to kick off our season after obviously the draft happening pretty soon. So let's get into the entertainment app. So as always, you have live performances. Who are you going to have this year?
So this year we have two returning performances. Yaya will be returning to the stage once again. He is a favorite, and he's been to the summer kickoff many, many times, and always brings new music. Every year. This year he's bringing a special guest with him. So we have Yaya and Craze, the real Craze, performing live together on stage. This will be Craze's first time at summer kickoff, I believe. So excited for that. And then Certified will be returning again to the summer kickoff stage with some new music. Behind the scenes, he's kind of been showing me some stuff, actually like rehearsing it and performing it for me, just one-on-one, me and him. And I'm like, oh man, that's going to be dope. So he's real excited to come out and show Raider Nation some new stuff that he's been working on. And well, I can't let it out of the bag. I'll let him announce it when he's ready. But he got something exciting coming up, a project he's been working on for the Raider Nation. He said he'll have that ready for everyone at summer kickoffs. Look out for that announcement. I'm sure he'll be announcing that soon. But yeah, big ups to Certified coming out again. And then we invited this year, new to the summer kickoff stage, an act that goes by the name of Money Loyalty Music. And
yes, sir.
The way that came about, we did the LA event last year, which was late in the season, kind of rainy days. But I seen some of their music they were putting online. And again, we welcome, different artists, different performances. There's a little bit of a criteria that we have, with respect to everyone attending and the type of music. We don't really encourage too much vulgar stuff, language or negative messages in the music. We want to keep it Raiders, go Raiders, and get everybody, in a positive mindset, right? And there are kids in the crowd, so we want to keep that in mind. But I heard some of their music, and I reached out to them, and I said, hey, you guys want to come out and do some stuff for the LA party? And they're in the area. They're from, the LA area. So they were receptive and they came out. Absolute phenomenal performance they did. They opened up the show. And I mean, not to say that I was expecting anything less, but it was my first time, handing them the mic on stage. And man, I was really happy and really impressed with their performance. So, I asked them if you guys are welcome to come out to the summer kickoff and do your thing for everybody out here. And so they're coming out, they accepted, and they're coming out again, new to the summer kickoff stage. But yeah, man, the new song they came out with, Raider Hoodie, that's pretty dope. They sent me that. I was like, oh man, that's dope. I don't want to mess up the lyrics, but something like, not rocking none of that Louis, not rocking none of that Gucci, hit the town in my Raider hoodie. And I was like, oh, that resonates with every Raider fan. We don't do the Louis and Gucci, we do the Raider hoodie. Yeah. So yeah, they're going to be performing that on stage.
That's right. That's what.
But yeah, entertainment is going to be dope. Awesome. And of course, can't forget to mention, the dope DJs that we have for the event. DJ Steph coming out and rocking the stage for all the Raider Nation again. Very, very blessed to have her. I think this will be her third summer kickoff, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Second or third? Yeah, third. Yeah, 2 years in a row, and then this will be her third consecutive. And then DJ Edit, who has been with me since the very first one in 2015, DJ Edit. So for a lot of these people behind the scenes that you guys don't really know about, when you talk about me doing this event for 12 years, or this will be our 12th annual, it's not just me doing it. It's people that have been there 12 years with me behind the scenes, and DJ Edit is one of those persons. So, I always like to give credit where credit's due. And there's a whole team behind the scenes. I know people see me up front and promoting it and organizing and everything, but there's a lot of help behind the scenes that goes on, and I definitely appreciate all those people for sure. Yeah, the entertainment's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope, man.
Yeah, and like always, DJ Steph, DJ Edit, they always bring it to the Raider Nation. They play the music that everybody wants to listen to. So that is definitely gonna be, they're gonna be rocking the house. for summer kickoff, as they always do. Because even Steph in Vegas, Steph at your other events, Edit as well, they take it to a whole other level. So the entertainment aspect never, ever, ever lets the Raider Nation down. Also, you incorporate a lot of Raider Nation vendors. I know last year, all your events that I went to, there was a lot of vendors out there. They had some fire gear. They had some creative, original artwork. Who are you going to have this year selling?
Yeah. So again, for the most part, a lot of vendors will be returning vendors that again have been there for many, many years. And they also always have new gear, new merchandise for people. And, some of the favorites also. So if you didn't get a chance to pick up this or they sold out before you actually went to their vendor spot, maybe you can pre-order and pick it up this year at the summer kickoff, or just, go by and see if they have some of the same stuff. But for the most part, a lot of the same returning vendors, some of the summer kickoff favorites like Mari Prado, Fabian,
OG Mari,
Felipe with the jerseys, Anthony Esri, what else is out there? Raider Nation, he's one.
He's Ron's
yeah,
coming
man. Man, you know what? I don't know if I should run over and grab it. Yeah, I'm going to grab it, man.
through.
All right, so here we go. Look, I haven't opened this, but at the last event, Ron, Raider Nation, came up to me and he's like, "Hey, man, I still got to give you something." I guess, "Man, you don't got to give me nothing." He's like, "No, I got to give you something, man. Like, I appreciate you having us on here." And so, you know what? All I want, and I've wanted it since you posted it the first time, is the bottle opener.
No way. That's
the bottle
awesome.
opener, bro. It's a bottle opener. It's a magnet. I haven't even opened it. I put it on my fridge. It's on my fridge, and I don't want to open it because it's just so clean. Look how clean that is, man.
Yeah, dude. That
Good
is
quality
amazing.
stuff. Actually, I am going to open it right now with you here just to give people an idea. Like, he does the artwork and animation, right? But it's Raider Nation, right? Man, it takes a lot of skill to be able to do this and really like bring it to life, right? Because man, it's pretty awesome. And so here we go. First time, open it. Look at the quality of that, man.
That is.
And it has the magnets on the back, right? And it goes on the fridge or your cooler or whatever. And you get that beer and you just pop the top off. But that's pretty cool. That's really cool.
It is.
So to be able to take that drawing, obviously it starts in your mind first, right? You create it, put it on paper, and then to transfer that from paper to an actual product, everyday, product that you can use and still represent the Raider Nation. I think that's pretty cool, Matt. So shout out to Ron, Raider Nation. He'll be out there for the fans again. Pick these things up, man. Pick these things up. They're so dope. Amongst all the other, vendors too. There's a lot of dope stuff between everyone coming out. And I encourage everyone to support the vendors. They put in a lot of work, getting the product ready for everyone, and even creating stuff like this, and then of course we have the food vendors that'll be out there selling, all the food and drinks and the lemonades and the tacos and the churros and elotes and all the different types of foods that are out there. And then of course, the beer vendor, gotta support that guy.
Yes, that's the important key there, man.
Support that guy. But yeah, man, a lot of vendors out there, a lot of different stuff for people to choose from. Enjoy the food, enjoy the merchandise, enjoy the drinks. It's all part of the event. It makes this event overall festival-like experience and not just a party or a signing home.
For sure.
It's a full day. It's a full day.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of which, for the event, you're going to have a special guest doing a meet and greet autograph signing. Let the Raider Nation know who that is.
Yeah, so I'll be there signing autographs for everybody.
The smooth operator.
Smooth operator. I like that. I think we're going to go with that. Smooth operator. Raider. R-A-I-D-E-R. Yeah, I like it.
There you go.
No, keeping with summer kickoff tradition, we always try really, really hard to get a current Raider player, if not more than one, but at least one every year to come out to the event for the fans. Although, the alumni, we love the alumni. Man, I don't even know if I should. Yeah, I am going to acknowledge and just, today we lost one. Today we lost a legend, Rod Martin, one of my favorites, who has been to the summer kickoff several times, in the past, and actually was a big part of me getting some of the players out to the events over the years. That was one guy that I would lean on. I would give him a call or shoot him a text. And I remember, just to share a quick story, we did the home opener party in Oakland, I believe maybe 2017. And Jim Plunkett was the guy that was on my radar. I wanted to get him out. And Rod Martin's the one that made that phone call for me, and we were able to get Jim Plunkett out to Oakland for the fans. So, I mentioned that just to say, Jim Plunkett, Raider in peace, thoughts and prayers and condolences to his family and loved ones. I know that he, is greatly missed within the Raider Nation. And I personally will always have a lot of great memories with Rod Martin. I'll tell her, Rod Martin, man, he loved to be in that VIP section. I'll tell you that much.
I bet.
Yeah, he loved that VIP section, man. But, he was always up there with the fans, always engaging with the fans, having a drink with the fans, letting you wear that Super Bowl ring, the first ever Super Bowl ring. I tried on a couple, and not to brag or anything, but the first player, Super Bowl champion, that ever took off his ring and put it on my finger, which I totally didn't expect, put it on my finger, and we took that picture together, and I'll always remember that. So, again, rest in peace to number 53, Super Bowl champion, Rod Martin. 3 interceptions in 1 Super Bowl.
Should have been co-MVP, but, it is what it is.
But, nonetheless, great guy, great Raider.
Yes.
And, he will be missed and always remembered. But, Raider alumni at the summer kickoff are always welcome. So if I get a phone call from somebody tomorrow that wants to come out, they're more than welcome to come out. We do reach out, and sometimes they can make it or they can't make it, and we understand that. But getting back to this year's special guest, we focus every year on getting a current Raider player, and again, we were able to do that. I focused on a few players this year, and others had other obligations or prior commitments and weren't able to make it. But we were able to secure this year's wide receiver number 1, who wears the number 1, coincidentally, and that is Trey Tucker. Trey Tucker will be coming out to the summer kickoff this year for the fans. And I'm actually pretty excited about that because maybe not a lot of people do know, but he is our number 1 receiver this year. He's that guy.
Yes.
He's that guy. And so we've seen him in the past, right? That guy got wheels. He can stretch the field.
Yeah, he does.
He dives for that touchdown catch, and he's that guy to do that. So, we got a lot of exciting news coming up here in the next couple of days with the draft, and that being the number 1 pick. I know, a lot of people are wanting us to go with Fernando Mendoza. I myself am one of those people, and I hope, we do. No surprises, but until we hear that name, we're fingers crossed. In the event that we do get Fernando Mendoza, and we're expecting him to do well and throw those touchdown passes, well, guess who he's going to be throwing those to? Number 1 receiver, Trey Tucker, right? So it's exciting to have Trey Tucker as our special guest this year, because when you do watch Raider football this season, you're going to say, man, Nick, I got a picture with this guy, or I got his autograph on my jersey or helmet or football. I got it at the summer kickoff. And hopefully they do well together. Fernando Mendoza, Trey Tucker, and everyone else on the team. In the event that Fernando Mendoza doesn't start, I think we still have a very capable quarterback at Kirk Cousins, who throws touchdown passes. And again, who's he going to throw them to? Trey Tucker. So Trey Tucker's that guy this season. And so that's why I went after Trey Tucker with, wanting to get him out here to the summer kickoff event. And he, accepted our invitation. So he'll be out here Saturday, May 16th for the fans. I really encourage people to get that ticket because it is limited. It is limited. There is a limited amount of tickets for the meet and greet. And once it sells out, it sells out. So I know a lot of people kind of wait till the last minute, or they're like, oh, it's not till May and we're still in April. But in this scenario, I wouldn't wait too long. Tickets, since I announced them, which I just announced maybe about a week ago, have been selling pretty steadily, and I'm sure it's going to sell out. So, don't get caught on the outside looking in while everybody else is getting that autograph meet and greet experience. Get that ticket. It's still very affordable. I don't think we've changed the ticket price in ever. Yeah, I don't think we've ever changed the ticket price for the meet and greet experience. And that's pretty significant to mention because there's been some years where we've had several current players come out.
Right. I remember year before last, 3. Divine Diablo, Jacoby
My
Martins, and there was one other one. I forgot the third one.
DJ Turner, DJ Turner,
Turner. There you go.
Gunner. And yeah, there was 3, and we were still able to keep it the same price and keep it affordable. And that was a real treat being able to get 3 of them out here. Not to mention the 10 alumni that were here in attendance that year was pretty.
Yeah,
that was pretty awesome to have all those Raiders in the building for the fans. But again, as long as we can get one out here and keep that summer kickoff tradition going with being able to bring a current player, I'm happy with that. And I'm pretty happy for who we got coming out this year. So again, get that meet and greet ticket, and we want the players to come out and see the fans, right? Like
who they're playing for.
Like it's important, and I did tell them that like, hey, the fans are important, man. You guys need to come out and engage, with the fans and everything. He totally agreed. He's like, no, I want to be there for sure. I definitely appreciate the fans. So yeah, good guy. I've met him before. I met him a few years ago, actually, in Vegas at a Super Bowl party. It was the Niners and something else, and lo and behold, Trey Tucker and his representative come in to do a meet and greet, and it's not even the Raiders in the Super Bowl. So it was the 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. And we know how that went. 49ers.
Yes. Yeah, we not talk about that.
But because it was Vegas, I think the promoter for that Super Bowl party just wanted to bring out a current NFL player. And
right.
Being in Vegas, it's the Raiders. So that's how I met Trey Tucker. It's just, from the beginning.
Cool,
so
man.
Anyways, he's coming out this year for the fans. It's going to be an awesome experience to have him.
So now you just mentioned there's the meet and greet. That is a special ticket. So let's dive into that, dive into the different levels of participation or admission for the event. Because you have your general admission, you have your VIP, and then you have the meet and greet. Let's clarify for the nation, what's what. That way, they don't have a misconception that by getting a general admission, you get to partake in all the bells and whistles. So just let them know.
Yeah. So again, for returning guests, I'm sure they probably already know that, but we always have new people coming to the event, right? People bring new people, friends, family, relatives. There's someone like yourself who up until 2 years ago hadn't never been to summer kickoff, right? So for those people out there, I like to explain how the admission ticket goes, and that an admission ticket is required to enter the event first and foremost, and thereafter you have the option. So I always kind of make the comparison, like when you go to an amusement park, like say Universal Studios, you pay admission to get in there, but if you want to ride one of the rides, that's like, another fee, or ride the ride, and if you want the picture afterwards, you got to pay for the picture, right? Okay, so so with the summer kickoff, there's 2 admission tickets. You have to have one of these 2 tickets to enter the event. There's the general admission, which just gets you into the event and you can enjoy everything that's offered on the general side of the event, the music, the entertainment, the performances, the activities, drink all the beer you want, all that kind of stuff. And then there's the VIP admission, which is also an admission ticket, and you get to enjoy everything also, but you also get access into the VIP section, which is sectioned off, and security is at the entrance, making sure you have that VIP wristband. In the VIP section, you have like your own restrooms, you have tables and a chair assigned to you for the entire duration of the event. That's your chair. It's numbered. It matches your badge. And, a lot of people want that chair, especially in, 6 or 7 hour long event. Whether you're walking around, whether you're dancing, or whether you just want to be comfortable under the shade and in the coolers for a more comfortable experience, the VIP ticket is definitely the way to go. Especially the women. The women always go for it because they're in heels and, they gotta sit down and relax their feet. So they always want to get the VIP. But the VIP also includes your meal. So, you get a meal ticket with that, which is, one of the perks. And then the VIP is kind of side stage where you get, from your seat, you can watch all the performances. You don't necessarily have to get up, be standing in front of the stage to get a good view, all that stuff. So there's some perks to the VIP, but for the most part, the seat, table, covered canopy area, and the meal, that's the selling point. Everybody, really wants that. But again, if you're okay with general admission, you're okay with standing for 6 hours and, you have no problem with that, general admission is fine, but you do need to have one of those 2 tickets to get into the event. Then when it comes to the meet and greet experience, that's an additional ticket. So again, that's like riding the ride, taking the picture, and then afterwards paying for the picture. That's a separate fee. So the meet and greet experience allows you to, when this year Trey Tucker arrives, we'll bring him on stage, we'll introduce him to everyone, and then we'll take him to the designated area for the meet and greet. And that's usually sectioned off and more in a private area. And if you have that meet and greet ticket, you'll go in there, you'll get your time with him to say hello, have a few words. He'll autograph whatever item you present to him, and then you guys will pose for a picture. And then those pictures will later upload onto social media, and you can download them onto your device and do what you want with them. So it is a meet and greet experience with an autograph, a guaranteed autograph. A lot of people like that. Again, it's not every day that you get to meet, these guys, mostly current players. Right. And I know a lot of times people go to training camp hoping to get autographed and maybe not always succeed. And especially at the games, we all go out there with our jerseys and try and get there early and hopefully get an autograph, but it's very slim probability that that's going to happen. With events like this, especially summer kickoff, bringing a current player every year, you're guaranteed to meet this guy, get an autograph from him, and take a photo with him. So it is a great experience, especially like for the younger generation and the kids. These are players that you're watching on TV now, or when you're going to the game, you're seeing them on the field now. And for us, if we had events like this where Bo Jackson was playing, I would have definitely went to that event because that's the guy on the field right now, Cool. So the fact that we're able to offer that experience at the summer kickoff event, is pleasing to me. It brings me a lot of joy to see people get that experience and, smiles on their faces, especially the kids. So if you want to give your kid that experience, this is the place to do it. If you want to give it as a gift to your husband, boyfriend, your dad, this is the place to do that. So I encourage everybody, take advantage of it because we've been lucky to get a current player every year, but it's not guaranteed every year, So, while we get these guys out here, hopefully everybody supports it, gets the tickets and enjoys it for sure.
Right. So just to clarify, there's the general admission ticket, which gets you in the building. There's a VIP ticket that gets you in the building, gets you a seat and gets you a meal. And then added upon that is the meet and greet ticket. So that one, you need one of the first two tickets and a meet and greet ticket to be able to meet Trey Tucker, get an autograph and a picture.
Correct. Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's definitely something that Raider Nation should be looking forward to, getting that opportunity to actually meet a current player, that is going to be in our team, that's going to be our number one wide receiver, that's going to be catching passes from either Kirk Cousins, Mendoza, or both. Who knows? But, he is definitely a member of the Las Vegas Raiders, and he will be in the house with the Raider Nation celebrating, kicking off our season the right way, like Lorenzo knows how to do. So, Lorenzo, we talked about the entertainment. We talked about the vendors. We talked about the food. We talked about the ticketing. Now, you're adding other activities as well. What are those?
So this year we're having a barbecue competition, and anybody out there that wants to register for this is a free entry. All you have to do is obviously bring your equipment, and we have a few options that you can choose to cook. One of them is ribs, the other is pork shoulder, and the third option is tri-tip. So whatever you feel you're good at. I make the best tri-tip. Oh, I make the best ribs. I make the best, pulled pork sandwich, whatever, right? So those are your three options that you don't have to cook all three. You can choose the one that you feel you're the best at and cook that specific item. We'll have some judges. I won't announce the winner.
Could I be?
No, it won't be anybody in Raider Nation because
man,
you guys have favorites. We all have favorites, but no, it won't be anybody within the Raider Nation. It'll be totally fair and square, and we'll pick a first, second, and third prize winner. So far, I think we got 3 or 4 entries, which is fine. We'll have a first, second, and third, right? But
everybody.
Yeah, but the more the merrier. But obviously, you're going for that first place prize, right? But the more the merrier. So if anybody out there wants to sign up, reach out to me or Dub, and he'll relay the info to me. We'll get you guys signed up. But it is just barbecue stuff only. Everything that's required for your food. There is no outside food or drinks. I know everybody likes to have an ice chest full of cold beer while they're barbecuing, but we can't allow outside food or drink or anything like that. So it's just what's required to get the job done. And then we'll have judges go around and then they'll make their assessments, and then we will crown a winner at second place and third place winner. Aside from the barbecue competition, we're gonna have scavenger hunt at this venue. This venue is the perfect place to do this. Throughout the event, every 30 minutes to an hour or so on the microphone, I'll be up there giving clues for certain items that are out there hidden. And, once you hear a clue, just register it, look around, and maybe you'll be that person to find, that item. Once that item's found, then we'll move on to the next item. And we'll have a few items out there for people to find, and they'll, have some pretty cool prizes. We'll have,
Right.
raffle prizes going on and some practical items like headphones and Bluetooth speakers. Got one right here, actually. Stuff like this. JBL,
Cool.
right? Nothing, yeah. So,
I actually have that one, man. That's a
yeah,
really good
yeah.
speaker.
No, I mean, it is. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to think I was about to anything, but no, the real deal. Not
Right.
the fake ones you see on, I don't know what they call those, the bootleg ones. Just, the real deal. But yeah, some good prizes out there, man, from scavenger hunt. We'll start that at the beginning of the event, so get there early so you don't miss any of the clues. And like I said, once every hour we'll be giving another clue and another clue, right? So that would be pretty fun. Let me see. I got a couple other activities. The tug of war. If anybody wants to sign up for that, the club tug, representing your group, your family, your booster club, whatever it is, or just a group of friends that want to get together and participate in that. We'll try and get as many people signed up for that as possible. But yeah, some pretty fun activities out there this year. The venue allows for that. It's an outdoor venue. So we
That's
definitely
awesome.
want to take advantage of the outdoor activities for sure.
Yeah. Yes. And also, there's going to be a special event towards the evening, correct? There's going to be, some punches thrown or something like that. What's going
Yeah,
on with
it's
that?
not a celebrity boxing match, okay? It's not, um, but it's close. So a lot of times with this event, things kind of present themselves, right? Coincidentally, our date falls on another date where something else in the world might be taking place. And this year, Saturday, May 16th, not only is it the Raider Nation Summer Kickoff event, but Ronda Rousey's making her return to the fighting world, right? And they're doing this on Netflix. And everybody's going to want to see Ronda Rousey fight and see if she still has it or what. She's always was an exciting fighter to watch.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I know a lot of people are gonna leave the event, probably want to go watch the fight somewhere, right? Well, why not just show the fight? Nobody has to leave. We can all still be together because who do you watch the fight with? You watch the fight with your family,
Yep.
your friends. Nobody watches the fight in the living room by themselves. They always go somewhere to watch the fight,
Yep.
have a few beers, surrounded by friends, family, other Raider Nation, whatever it might be. Well, in this case, this scenario kind of just is a perfect fit because we're all there already. Your friends, your family,
Right.
Raider Nation, we all got beer already. We all got food already. We got a stage. We got an LED screen right here with sound, a lot of sound. Like, we're going to get the full experience right here. So let's just show the fight. Everybody would love to see it. And why not watch it together? So we decided to go ahead and move forward with that. And it's on Netflix. So we don't even have to pay for it. It's free, right? So
Right.
why not throw it in there? So let's do it. It's all about the experience, right? So later
Right.
towards the evening, when the sun starts setting, we'll turn the LED screen to the fights, and we'll start focusing on that. Now, after we decided to do this, a certain someone got added to the fight card, which in my opinion is
Oh,
even more exciting now because Nate Diaz is fighting on that same fight card before Ronda Rousey now. So now you got two awesome fighters making their way back to the ring, and we're going to watch both of them. So before it was just the one fight that we were looking forward to, but now both fights, right? So that's going to be pretty
right.
fun, man. To close it out and still kind of have that family vibe that it's not backyard, but it's up close, personal, family element vibe, Raider Nation, barbecue, music, beer. I mean, if somebody wants to get married, go ahead, 'Cause, I
That'd
mean,
be
we're all there.
awesome.
We're all there. If anybody wants to plan a quinceañera with their kid, you might as well, because we're all there, you know?
Hey, and Raider Nation, let me let you know if you do want to get married, I am ordained. I've married people before,
What?
so we can do this.
Hold on. I don't know. Did they last? Are they still married or? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they are. I'm
Two
two
for
for
two?
two.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay. I don't want you doing any ceremonies and then a week later they're annulled. We don't want
Yeah.
that.
Legit with the state of
Yeah, don't get
California.
too drunk. Don't get too drunk. And don't go offering your services there to the drunk people either, Dub, because
Oh hell no, no.
just do it already. Just do it. No, but yeah, I know it. I
Yeah,
mean, if someone wants to celebrate a special occasion like a birthday or, something significant in their life, maybe they accomplished something. I know graduations happen around that time, and you want to,
right.
acknowledge that or celebrate that, bust out a cake and sing happy birthday, whatever it is, reach out to me. We'll put that on the itinerary, not only for myself, but that's open to anybody out there. You want to celebrate it at summer kickoff? Let's do it, man. It is going to be that family vibe back this year. It really is.
Awesome, man.
And it's gonna be limited. It is gonna be limited, but it's gonna be a good vibe. Up close, personal. People are gonna be right there. This venue that we have this year, it's gonna provide for that type of experience. So looking forward.
You know, you've never let us down, at least through my experience in my eyes. It's always been a good
Thank
time.
you.
The entertainment, the food, the venues, everything has always been a good time to attend, to be able to interact with the Raider Nation, to be able to be entertained, to eat, drink. It's always been a good time. So based on past history, I know you were not going to let us down, this upcoming year, because it's just gotten better and better as the events that I've attended, for the kickoff. So I'm excited, to get up there, to be with the Raider Nation, to celebrate, to maybe marry a couple of people, but no, it's man, it's gonna be such a good time. I already know it. And Raider Nation, if you are contemplating on waiting and getting your tickets, don't do that. Don't do it. Just
No.
get them now. Take care of it. That way you're secured your admission, because again, tickets might be there when you decide to buy them. They might not. So if you get them sooner, the
Yeah,
sooner the
and
better.
and I've got to stress the VIP. The VIP sells out every year, and a lot of times we get people the day of or close to the day of that are like, hey, can I just upgrade to the VIP? I'd rather because they just got the general admission, then they get there and they want the VIP, and I'm like, sorry, it's sold out. Like, like damn, like so. The VIP is definitely the way to go. And if you are considering the VIP, I would get that sooner than later because that will sell out. Matter of fact, we are pretty close to selling out the VIP already. We're a little less than a month away today. And this is around the time that it really starts taking off as far as people, buying their tickets. They already know they're coming. But again, they're like, well, it's not till, next month in May, Yeah, but May's
Procrastinating.
around the corner. And a lot of people wait till after the draft. The draft kind of kicks it off for us, and then we kick it off for the season, right? Because
Right.
everyone's looking at the draft right now. Summer kickoff is there in their mind, but the focus is the draft in the next couple of days, right? And after the draft, it's like, okay, we got our guy, let's
Next.
go. And then it's summer kickoff time. So again, the VIP will sell out. If you're looking at getting that, get that sooner than later. General admission does have a capacity this year also. Once the event is sold out, then it's sold out. So yeah, we don't want to leave anybody out who plans on coming. Get your tickets now. One last thing I'll mention, the hotel. Same hotel we've used in the past. They're really hospitable when it comes to Raider Nation or Raider fans. They'll allow you to hang out by the pool, have a few beverages, listen to some music. We don't get too loud or too crazy, but sometimes you'll get those establishments where they're like, hey, knock it off. You can't do this. You can't do that. We're not even really
Right.
doing much, but this place has always been receptive and very welcoming to Raider fans, and that is the Hourglass Hotel in Bakersfield, California. For those of you that plan on coming in, there is a cutoff date for the discounted rate. I think it's 2 weeks out, and we're maybe 3 weeks out, a little over 3 weeks. So you got about a week and a half to book your room and get that discounted rate. I believe it's $139 for your choice of either a double, two beds, two queen size beds in your room, or a king size bed. And after that, it goes up. It's a very busy weekend here, May 16th in Bakersfield. There's a lot of other conventions that come in, but we've kind of been put on the priority list now after 12 years, because they
Right.
know that people are coming in for this event. There is a cutoff date though, so get your hotel room booked and reserved prior to that. Again, it's the Hotel Rosedale in Bakersfield. I'm sorry, the Hourglass Hotel. It used to be Hotel Rosedale. Uh, they took over new management and changed the name, and they remodeled it. They renovated it. It's really nice. The Hourglass
Nice.
Hotel in Bakersfield, California.
That's dope. Yeah, Raider Nation. If you're gonna stay tonight, get your hotel rooms because we don't want Raider Nation that's had maybe one too many to get out on the road. So just go park it at the hotel, have a good time, continue the party with the Raider Nation. Be safe
Yeah.
out there.
And
'Cause
as always,
this-
drink responsibly. We do have adult beverages at the event, but drink responsibly. Don't even drive. I mean, if you're staying in the hotel, get an Uber. Come out to the event and get an Uber back. Be safe about it. And yeah, you're not driving home because after the fight, you can still keep going. We don't typically other venues, we got to be out of there by 10 o'clock or so, then clean up and be completely gone by midnight. This particular venue, we can stay till midnight and we don't have to clean up till the next
That's
day.
cool.
So
Oh,
yeah, after the fight, the DJ's kicking back on and we keep going. So for those of you that want to keep going, we can. Yeah.
So Raider Nation, remember, Saturday, May 16th, summer kickoff, Bakersfield, California. The event starts at 3 o'clock,
3
correct?
o'clock for the VIP and 4 o'clock for the general admission.
Okay, so 3 and 4. So get your tickets now. Get them at summerkickoff2026.eventbrite.com. Get them because they will sell out. You don't want to miss this event. Trust me, I've gone past couple of years, had a blast. I know this year is going to be the same or even better, especially with all the added activities that are going to happen. There's going to be barbecue. There's going to be a fight. Man, come on now. You don't want to miss that. Lorenzo, thanks for being here again, my brother. Thanks for making these events happen, allowing the Raider Nation to celebrate the starting of our season. Let the Raider Nation know how they can get a hold of you if they have any questions.
Yeah, you can reach me either my Facebook page or on Instagram at Raider Crusaders. Just send me a DM. I'll leave your name, telephone number. I'll give you a call back. It's right around the corner. I'll try and address any questions or concerns if I can. But for the most part, all the general information is listed on the ticket site. So just go to the ticket site if you have some questions as far as ticketing, pricing, location, anything like that. But yeah, I appreciate everyone coming out supporting the event once again. 12th annual. It's going to be awesome. And like I always say, as long as Raider Nation continues to support it, I'll continue to keep it going. So let's do it.
There you go. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, Raider Nation. So don't forget, we want to see you there. We want to be celebrating with you at the summer kickoff. Don't forget, get your tickets ASAP. And again, we'd like to give our condolences to the Martin family for their loss today. We did lose a major pillar in the Raider Nation. So our condolences to them. And Raider Nation, don't forget, like, follow, subscribe. Continuing with Raider Nation Roll Call, we have the Raider Nation Weekly Wire coming back after the draft. We took a little break because, there wasn't really much news, and I didn't really want to be talking to Chris about speculative topics like what if, what not. I just want to talk about the legit stuff. So, so just keep watching. And then, Stogie Nation, Violator and myself are doing a Stogie Nation tour coming to a cigar lounge near you. We are having one this upcoming week in the city of Ontario. Check my IG. We have flyers out there. Just continue to watch Red Nation because remember that everything we do is for the nation, by the nation.